Hello everyone, Bunch of Mango here, and I'm bringing you a new deck showcase. We're playing Songhai this time. I'm gonna try to go in order of factions and bring you one deck of each faction. So I'm trying out a new deck concept-ish. Um, a hybrid between 8-gate Songhai and just aggro, just like a Spellhai, but a GG version of Spellhai, notably due to Suzumebachi. And I'm gonna call her Susie for this video. I always call her Susie. So Susie's really great. She can do like a ton of damage when you play a lot of spells, and especially you can inner focus her with backstab like 5 or whatever, and just give her celerity, which is insane. So this is pretty much the deck, right? And then you've got 8 gates Phoenix Fire and Burn to finish out if you can deal damage early with either Chakri or Suzumebachi, and then that's pretty much it. The deck is not very consistent though. It's not very good. So I might need to work on it more. It definitely has potential, but there's something lacking. It's definitely hard to make the game last a bit because you've got no card draw. You've got Gotatsu, you've got Lantern Fox to put Phoenix Fires in your hand. You've got Scroll Bandit, but the opponent's spells are most likely useless. And you've got the 1 and a 4 Shaddai Bloodborne spell. But other than that, you've got nothing, and so you can't last too long. You gotta go pretty fast. So that's about it. It's fun though. It's hard to pilot. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you a few games. As you can see here in my match history, I've got 3 losses here, but I've got a few more before this, so it's not very consistent. You can get blown out pretty easily too if you don't have many things to play early on, and then you've only got pretty much useless spells. So game 1, I'm playing against Kasaba. Suzumebachi is pretty much my best turn 1, I feel like, depending on the matchup, but like, I found Scroll Bandit to not be super useful. In my opinion, it doesn't do enough damage, and then the spells that I get from any faction, basically, but Songhai, are pretty useless. So Suzumebachi's great. Don't need 4 Winds Magi in this matchup. It's a little slow. I'm expecting creep, or I guess 4 Winds would be good against aggro cast, but I can just stay away with my general and not worry too much. So I replace it. And they play Ooze and Abyssal Crawler, so they are creep. I can clear the whole board here with just Crescent Spear and Kotatsu, and I can also play a Chakri, which is pretty good. I'll keep using the inner focus for Suzumebachi to try to combo with it, and the other Kotatsu can be really good, so I decided to keep my hand this turn. So I quit Crescent Spear and I go and punch the Ooze first to basically only have the creep spawn under my general, or even better, spawn under Suzumebachi, and not spawn under Chakri or Suzumebachi, where it's going to end up moving. And keep my hand, as you said. Just play that. It's going to be hard for my opponent to remove both. He can lure one of them or punish one of them, He could lure and punish, but then he's doing nothing. So with Suzy, you compared to Scroll Bandit or I guess Kaido Assassin, you don't really want to backstab turn 2 with her. You really want to accumulate spells and deal a bunch of damage at once. Which is what I can do this turn, right? I can play my whole hand, play my BBS, and I've got enough mana if I grab the mana tile to cast my 5 spells, 6 with the BBS, and double it inner focus on Suzumebachi attacking 3 times is super nasty. And I could jux the Aether Master back here, or even I could have even sent it in the corner if I wanted to. But I decide to clear it with my general in case they have like White Widow or something. Just don't really need the Crescent Spear charge anymore, I think. So I just attack for 18 with my Suzumebachi on turn 3 as player 1. And deserves a laugh. Poor opponent, but you know, that's pretty funny. And my opponent decides to just concede there, which, you know. So this is kind of what like the deck can do. It's you know, rare situation, but pretty crazy one at that. So we have another game against Vanner, against Faye. I'm expecting aggro. So I keep the Foreign's Magi. And then I'm definitely going to replace the 8 gates. It's too early for it. And the Phoenix Fire as well, because I can Phoenix Fire a 2-drop turn 1, but I don't really want to do that. So Healing Mystic, I replaced my Chakra because I'm going to play the Scroll Bandit. And I don't really feel like playing Scroll Bandit MP turn 1 because I only have Jux, so it's going to be hard for me to backstab their face on turn 2. And so I do decide to Phoenix Fire and try to slow them down that way. But they have a Blood Tier to punish me, so I lose my turn 1 play. And they play Celebrant, which is pretty weird for aggro. So at this point, I don't know what to expect. My hand is like, okay. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing too bad about it. The Jux is most likely going to come in useful. And the Ghost Lightning, if they're going to play a lot of minions due to all the mana tiles they have access to, is going to be probably useful. So I decided to keep everything. In hindsight, I should have probably replaced, and probably the Chakra. And I play Foreign's Magi defensively, and I hope they don't have her sister. Otherwise, if they want to Hellstone Prison it, or even Chromatic Gold it, I don't really mind, because they're going to spend pretty much half their turn doing that, and won't develop too big of a threat or something. And they end up playing pretty much my worst nightmare, which I assume is Basilisk, right? So I don't want to play any spells, because if it's Basilisk, I'm just, you know, buffing it. And probably losing very soon. And I'm not going to play empty Chakra Avatar, because without any spells, because it's just a 1-2. Even if I'm going to end up playing spells, my deck has to, but I'm going to try to find the perfect turn to do so. Or the best turn to do so. So I replaced the Chakra because I'm not going to play it this turn as an empty 1-2. And I get Suzumebachi, which I can play just like that because it's a 1-4. And that's just what I do. I back my Suzumebachi up so it survives, and I just play Suzy empty and pass. And try to accumulate cards in my hand that way, have access to my BBS next turn. And I've got 8 gates Ghost Lightning to possibly clear their board next turn. Trying to figure out a way how to be able to clear this Basilisk. They play Scorn, which gives me hope that I can punch this somehow with Jux, maybe, or, well, maybe not with Jux, but that maybe I can take 5 or something and clear it. But then they Healing Mystic, and they Healing Mystic the Sentinel. And here I'm pretty sad. I'm trying to figure out a way to backstab the Basilisk twice and see if that's enough damage with 3 damage from Ghost Lightning, and clear pretty much their whole board if I punch the Scorn or something. So I'm trying to figure it out. But realistically, I need to move this Suzumebachi. Like, I don't really have a great Jux to do it directly, so I need to play 1, 2, 3, wait, move it down to 1, 2, 3 spells before I can backstab it, which means the Basilisk is going to be an 11-11, right? 5-5, 8-8, 11-11. 3 spells, yeah. And then once I inner focus, it's going to be a 14-14, so I need to deal... My first backstab needs to be 6 damage, basically, and if I can punch face as well. And I try to figure it out, and it's pretty hard to do. So I decide I'm going to still play spells, clear most of their board with 8 gates Ghost Lightning, try to go face. But I'm running out of time, and I don't know the best way to go about it. I know my 4-1's going to die, because I'm not using it too much, so I'm going to use it to go face and liberate the spot to backstab Faye. And so I Jux it, I move my Suzumebachi here, and at this point I realized I had lethal. I backstabbed for 5 here, but I could have backstabbed for 6 and then 7 the following turn. So +8, +2 on with my general. If I just move the foreigns here, doing the same exact play, I could have killed Faye from 23 HP on my 6 mana turn. Once again, decks can be pretty crazy. I had nothing, right? I had a 4-1 and a Suzumebachi. But I didn't see it in time, and I wrote, and I didn't even get to attack twice with my Suzumebachi. I wrote before I could click inner focus. Either way, I had blocked myself with the 4-1, so I couldn't punch with my face. But I could have easily just juxed the Basilisk with the Suzumebachi if I had seen me lethal play. It would have been pretty easy. I just needed to count the damage beforehand, but I was just trying to figure out a way to clear this Basilisk. I did not expect to be able to deal 23 damage. So Basilisk really playing a role of making me panic there, and that's enough to stop me from killing them. And so they surround me with the Luminous Charge. I'm not worried about the Luminous Charge, really. I'm just worried about this Basilisk. I have to try to stall out until I can get 8 gates Phoenix Fire, basically. My Shillai BBS here is not too bad, though, because I can move the wall out of the way. And I can summon Chakra and BBS and pass. I'm not going to play an empty spell. Lantern Fox is pretty good, too. Completing the other thing I need, which is Phoenix Fires. So it's a race between this Basilisk and me trying to find damage. They dispel my Chakra, which is one way of killing them gone. So I have Lantern Fox. I have a Phoenix Fire in my hand. I've got 2 pieces of what I need. I just need an 8 gates or something. I've got plenty of mana to play that next turn. So I decide to play my Lantern Fox and punch the wall so that I can get at minimum 1 Phoenix Fire proc. And also my Lantern Fox blocks the Basilisk a bit, or at least forces Dancing Blades to punch the Lantern Fox instead of my face on board. I chose not to BBS because I was far enough away from the Basilisk, and if they have Heart Sister, they're going to be in range either way. And they didn't have it so far, so hopefully they don't. They play Ice Age, which I did not expect at this point, with cards like Blood Tear, Celebrant, and Dancing Blades, which are kind of tempo cards. Didn't see any ramp. So I have 3 Phoenix Fires in my hand because they had to punch the Lantern Fox. I need anything from Crescent Spear, 8 gates, Phoenix Fire, Thunder Bomb. What else? Not quite sure, but I don't replace into it, and so I have to Phoenix Fire a wall so I can run away from this Basilisk and try to live one more turn to find it, but they have the Winter's Wake and they just kill me. So unfortunate that I missed Lethal. I don't think it was easy to spot. You can tell me what you think if you spotted it, but it would have been nice. Anyways. Have a game against Vitruvian. Got a turn 1 play, which is great. Phoenix Fire can go, but Miss Dragon Seal, Gatatsu, and Lantern Fox are all good. I don't need 2 Lantern Fox though, and so I just replace it, and so I get a pretty decent hand here, pretty good hand. And they choose to play Golems and Oblivion Sickle. So I'm debating if I want to play the Lantern Fox, if I want to backstab them and gain spells. I pretty much want to go face, and I can clear 2 artifact charges by doing Misdrag and Seal Inner Focus on my Scroll Bandit. I don't care too much if they get a Santa, honestly. I'm gonna try to kill them before it matters. And 2 Santiles could be troublesome, but 1 is fine. So I can play Suzumebachi, Mr. Dragon Seal, Inner Focus. I can't really do anything with my Juxtaposition this turn. Oh, I already replaced. I forgot what it replaced. But I get a 3rd wish and a 1st wish, though. They're playing some sort of Dervish wish deck. But yeah, I just go face for 6 damage on turn 2. Set up some damage. Set up the Suzumebachi and put it all the way back since I have Juxtaposition. No need to play it here. They play a Celebrant and another Dreamshaper. Clear my Scroll Bandit. They have to take 2 more damage though, even if they get the Santile. Like I said, I don't matter too much. I don't mind too much, sorry. And they play Duskweaver, so we got a sizable board. I replaced it for 3rd wish. I don't need it, and I'm just gonna go face. Gonna play the 1st wish on the Suzumebachi first because it's great, and I'm gonna backstab with it this turn. And I've got 3 mana left, so I can play double BBS or double Gatatsu, but not 4 spells. I'm not gonna play the already replaced. So I BBS into Katetsu. I was gonna double Gatatsu probably, but Katetsu is a better rate, so I can Gatatsu the 2/1. Jux the Dervish, backstab, and now I'm thinking if I want to Jux again for 1 more damage, but there's no Jux target that matter. The 3 damage is out of the way of Suzumebachi for him to kill it already, so I don't need to Jux it further out, and I decide I might as well just keep the cards in hand, and I count it was 6. Oh, I forget how much I backstabbed him for. 8, 9. I think 9, and I leave him at 6, right? Yeah, exactly. So I backstabbed him for 9. Deal a lot of damage. His deck is probably not gonna have any healing either, so I'm gonna let him have his board. I'm not gonna try to do anything. And this is what the deck wants to do. I don't have a way to close out the game yet, though. You need to find it. And my opponent has 3rd wish, so they can clear my Suzy. They play as defensively as they can. And they trade a bit of face damage, which is good in case I have AoE. So I'm at 16. They've got 10 damage on board with their minions, and Vitruvian can typically deal 1 damage per mana. The exceptions are Lost in the Desert and Flameblood Warlock. Otherwise, it's 1 damage per mana. So with them having 10 damage on board with their minions and 6 mana next turn, I want to avoid losing from random third wishes, first wishes, or whatever, Rush's Curse, doing caster. And I replaced into the Thunderbomb, which is lethal, 6 damage with 8 gates, Crescent Spear, Thunderbomb. I'm just lacking 1 mana, so I can kill them next turn. And I can't kill anything with the Gutatsu other than obviously the packs, which is not good. So to avoid losing, I decide to Jux the packs in the Iron Dervish and back up so that the packs can't punch me, reducing 2 damage. So the only way that they can kill me is Lost in the Desert and Flameblood Warlock. Or like double Flameblood Warlock and it source of 2 damage. And Gatatsu the Iron Dervish to cycle it and also have it die if ever it attacks me. They first wish here, so it means I'm safe. I don't die. And they don't have or find any healing, so I can just kill them off. Pretty much how the deck wants to play. In final game, playing against Magmar. So the Forms Magi can be pretty good. Having 4 attack. Well, it's likely not. They're likely not going to play Plasma Storm. And I find it slow either way. So I'm just going to replace it and keep my Thunderbomb. It's really good. Keep both my 2-drops. Try to decide which one I want to play. I'm going to start with Scroll Bandit, but I'm probably going to want to play Chakri later on. So they have no turn 1 play. They have to pass. And I can play Scroll Bandit. I decide to replace the Chakri. Thunderbombs are pretty good to clear eggs and stuff. So I like keeping them in this matchup. And I decide to equip the Crescent Spear because Magmar has trouble clearing artifacts, and I've got double Thunderbomb in my hand, so it can be good in a few turns. Not the most efficient way to play it, but I try to go for the high risk, high reward play. And they stun my Chakri, so I can't backstab with it this turn. Wasp Brutality is definitely a weird card to see. Should have probably slowed down and realized that they're not going to play a typical deck, and they're probably going to be able to clear or deal with my Scroll Bandit next turn. So I probably should have taken the opportunity to replace the Mist Dragon Seal or the Inner Focus. Instead, I want to keep them for next turn, backstab them twice. And my hand is not, well, good for this turn, but I just decide to go face with Thunder Bomb. It's not a good play, but I feel like it can, just do a bit of damage, do more damage next turn with double backstab, and while I have the Crescent Spear equipped, use the Thunder Bomb. But in hindsight, they get to clear my Scroll Bandit with a natural selection here, since they're not playing a typical rag deck, I'd say. And I have 2 dead cards in my hand. And I drew into Jux, which means I have 3 dead cards in my hand. So pretty weird. They're getting kind of low though. They're at 18. I've got Burn in my hand. I still don't have anything to play this turn. So I BS, and I draw Murasame to draw a card at the end of my turn, which is good. And I decide to just Thunder Bomb again, try to chip them down, and find probably an 8 gates lethal, right? I won't get to play any minions this turn. Unfortunately, I draw into Ghost Lightning, which is not very useful. It can be decent, actually, but draw into another Jux, which is pretty terrible. Since I'm going pretty much minionless this game, sorry. Luckily for me, they don't have much either. They just play Lava Slasher and an Egg. And I'm gonna replace a Jux because I don't need to at all. The Inner Focus can come in handy. I got 8 gates from the replace, which is very good. Gonna try to set up an 8 gates turn to kill him off. And I decide to play 2 cards here. Definitely feel like I need to clear the Egg, and I decide to also Jux the Lava Slasher away, as well as Ghost Lightning and Step Away, so I can try to keep my artifact up and do more damage. I find the Phoenix Fire, which is perfect. But they heal with Earth Sphere, so it slows me down quite a bit. And they punch me, so sort of pretty much the same scenario as last turn. I replace my Inner Focus. I get a Ghost Lightning, which is good because I can clear the Egg. But my 3rd Phoenix Fire if I'm really lucky, or my 3rd Thunder Bomb. It's definitely gonna be hard to try to kill him from so they don't play much other than stats on the board, but doesn't matter too much. And so here, since I'm not gonna be able to clear them in 1 turn realistically, unless I find my 3rd Phoenix Fire or my 3rd Thunder Bomb, which are 2 cards, and I don't have anything to play this turn, so I decide to just go face. with as much as I can, and I can play the Gotatsu with the 8 gates to clear. So I've got Suzumebachi and Inner Focus with BBS that could be enough to kill them if they give me backstab. Maybe with Teleporter minion and minion 1 space. They play Embryonic Insight and they find their combo. So they kill me. So I don't think I piloted this this game very well. My opponent played pretty much nothing, but I couldn't stick a minion early, and then I had tough decisions and tried to sort of hold on for a combo, which was unlikely to happen. So definitely a tough game there. So yeah, this deck is pretty inconsistent as is. It would probably need more burn, right? It would, benefit so much from good old 1 mana Blood Rage Mask or something like that, or it could use Cobra Strike possibly. Cobra Strike would be pretty good to buy time, clear their minion, deal face damage, especially with a Crescent Spirit equipped or something, and play only 1 card in 1 turn. Buy time before a combo. So I'm gonna try to fine tune the deck and maybe bring it back. We'll see. I really like the potential of Suzumebachi though.